Good evening. A drug bust at a local motel has seized nearly 200 grams of cocaine with a street value of nearly $22,000. Now, nearly $10,000 in cash was also found on scene. Edmonton resident Ismail Hajar is facing possession and trafficking charges. He has been released on a recognizance of $5,000. Hajar is set to appear in court on June 17th. Well, the Alberta Progressive Conservative Party's leadership race officially kicked off this week with Jim Prentice, Rick McIver, and Thomas Lukazik in the running. Lloydminster MLA Richard Starke says he spoke to all three men during the official leadership launch on Monday, and he says he's worked closely with both Lukazik and McIver over the last 2 years.
Excellent candidates, and they all bring a different skill set and a different approach to leadership to the table, and you know, I think that's important. I think that's very healthy.
Starke says he isn't endorsing any candidate at the moment, as he says he still plans to talk each one individually about important issues to the area, including the condition of rural roads and health care.
These are issues that I've been bringing, to the table since I was elected on a, on a very consistent basis, and those are the things that I'm wanting to hear from the leadership candidates about, and we'll hear what they have to say.
Party members will vote for a new leader in September. Well, how much skin is too much? It's a story creating discussion across the country after students from Montreal and Nova Scotia were suspended or sent to detention for violating school dress codes by wearing short shorts. Now, Anna Stanslau joins us in studio and has more on the story. Anna?
I spoke to staff and students at the Lloydminster Comprehensive High School this afternoon on what their dress code regulations are and got their reaction. Like most schools, Lloyd Comp follows a regular dress code for both teachers and students.
For the guys, certainly we don't want to be seeing underwear with the guys, and the tank tops. Tank tops are tough. Some of them are. They need to be such that we don't see extra skin.
Bauk says if a student can't make adjustments to their clothes, they either ask them to change, provide them with school clothing, or call home to bring a new set of clothes to school. She said they haven't had to resort to suspension yet. But for grade 11 student Cassie Reed, she believes the dress code isn't entirely fair.
I had a pair of shorts that maybe came not even an inch past my finger, or like before my fingers, and they still sent me home over it. And then I just had like a t-shirt on, and I was sent home for the shorts. So I ended up going home, and my mom was actually so mad about it, she didn't actually send me back to school.
Cassie says she understands why the rules are in place, but oftentimes it's taken over the top.
They don't make long girl shorts, and it's hard enough to just get your shorts long enough to wear, and nobody wants to wear jeans when it's really hot outside.
But staff say they want to promote an environment of learning and believe dress codes are in place to teach students how to follow rules.
It's a place of learning. It's wear work appropriate clothing. If you go to any company or place of business, there's dress codes. So you get sent home from work if you don't follow dress code.
Cassie says her mom and officials at the school did come to an agreement, and Bauk says it's all about how you approach the student on the subject.
If it's in a positive manner that's not embarrassing, they usually are good to work with.
Now, as for girls, a general rule at the school is beachwear and tube tops aren't allowed. Spaghetti straps need to be covered, and girls' skirts and shorts need to go below their fingertips. Nairman?
Thank you, Anna. Well, buying a cup of coffee at Tim Hortons today was, for many, more than just a caffeine fix. It was a chance to help send thousands of kids across the country to summer camps at 6 different locations. And as Annika Nave reports, many people from the community stepped up to help the local Tim Hortons do their part.
The coffee simmers in the pot. But not for long. It's a busy day at this Tim Hortons. For Kim Davis, it's more than just a coffee shop. She was sponsored through the program to go to a foundation camp 8 years ago.
I'm really glad I went. It was really fun. Met a lot of friends that I still talk to today, actually.
All of the money raised in the city sends local kids to camp, and the managers work closely with Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Between 6 and 8 kids. It's roughly 2 kids per location that we sponsor to send.
Staff say there are 30 kids on the waiting list, but eventually all of them get a turn to go.
And we're fortunate enough that all of the owners for all of the stores in Lloyd give us their spots. When they come back, they talk about their experiences, the whitewater rafting that they go on, the overnight camp out, the horseback riding, the spending time with people that they didn't know, making new friends.
The camp location in Alberta is located in Kananaskis, and for Kim Davis, growing up in Lloydminster, she's happy to help out here today because it gave her the experience of a lifetime.
It was really cool to go away and do all this exciting stuff that you can't do in Lloydminster. There's horseback riding, swimming, wall climbing, hiking. Like it was a really super cool experience.
Kids that are raised in the city, they don't always get the opportunity to experience life outside the city. They stay in cabins when they're there, but they do get the actual camping experience. They get to go out on a overnight camping experience.
More than $11,000 was raised across the country last year. Anna Knopfate, Newcap News.